tell you what you can do. Don't let nobody tell you what you can be. You gon' be alright. You gon' be alright.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and today I will be giving you guys the 1 year update of me living in Atlanta. Okay, so before we get into the story, make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video with everybody because everybody loves me and they're gonna love me too. So don't be selfish or hold me to yourself. Okay, let's go. So as a lot of you guys know, I'm from Alabama, and I did move from Alabama to Georgia last March. I think it was like the 14th or the 15th, somewhere in that time frame. I know it's May, and I'm just doing this 1 year update video. I'm so sorry, guys. Been working on some things. Y'all find out about that later. I'm gonna go over the cons, the pros, and things that are kind of like neutral. Y'all, I'm sorry if I look down because like my nose right there, whatever. So whatever. So first we're gonna talk about the cons. Now, of course, it's Atlanta, so believe the hype when people tell you that traffic here is horrible. It really is horrible. Like, I don't have to go downtown every day, but just for certain things that I go downtown for, like coming from Alabama, the most lanes I've drove in, the most lanes I've drove in is like 3, and that was in like Mobile, but like 2 really. But here it went from like 3 lanes to 6 real quick, and I'm telling you, like the first time I drove downtown, I was scared. Like, I really was scared. So that was an adjustment to, like, it's entertainment type things downtown or whatever. So I had to get used to driving downtown, and people here, like, they be floating, like they be gone. So I had to learn, you know, adjust and not panic when it comes to driving downtown. So once I got used to that, I was fine. So believe the hype, traffic here is horrible. So the second con I want to talk about is paying for parking. Like, a lot of the places you go to downtown, you're gonna have to pay for parking. Either you're gonna have to parallel park, and you're still gonna have to pay, or you're gonna have to pay park in a parking deck, and you're gonna have to pay. And like, a lot of them, you don't pay first. Like, if you pay at the meter, you pay right there. But if you park in a parking deck, that's a tongue twister. If you park in a parking deck, you pay after it. So you gotta make sure you have like your card or like some cash or something so that you can pay for your parking. The third con is, now see, this one is kind of like up for discussion. It's probably that I haven't found a good place yet, but I did put lack of soul food places to eat. Now, my favorite soul food restaurant is in Montgomery, Alabama, and it's called Simply Southern. Like, I'm yet to find somewhere that can top them. So, and I'm yet to find like a soul food place here. So if you live in Atlanta or surrounding areas and you know of a good soul food place, drop one in the comments, because your girl is looking for some good mac and cheese, some fried fish, some yams, some collard greens, like cornbread, all that. I'm looking for it. So if you know of a good soul food restaurant here in Atlanta, Kennesaw, Marietta, Alpharetta, any of the surrounding areas, please let me know. Please. Because I'm fiending. So now this next section I want to talk about is like neutral things that both, you know, Alabama and Georgia have. And I only have one thing listed under there, and that's the parks. If you know me, you know I love a good park, you know, outside, see nature type stuff. I found a really good park here. My boyfriend and I went to it a few weeks ago well, not really a few weeks ago, it was like a couple months ago now. It was before Corona started or whatever. So I found a really good park, really good like nature-y stuff. So yeah, that's something that Alabama and Georgia have both in common. I just wanted to throw that in there, you know. Now I'm gonna talk about the things I like about Atlanta. Obviously, I only had 3 cons here so far. Knock on wood. I only have 3 cons. So the next are things that I love here. Now, overall, I do love living here, and I'm gonna talk about like that a little bit in a minute. So the pros, there are lots of things to do and a lot of events to go to. Now, of course, you know, this is pre-corona. So now like a bunch of things are closed, and it's just, you know, starting to get back open, but I'm not going out yet because I need to wait for outside S to open because I'm not going right now. Pre-corona, there were a lot of things to do. Like, I would just go on Facebook events, and I would find like a lot of free events and stuff to go to. I vlogged the Ultimate Women's Expo. That was a free event that I went to. It had celebrities, vendors, all that. It was a really great event, and that was free. Gotta look for free events. That's what I was in the process of doing before everything started happening, finding more events to go to vlog them. But there are a lot of free events to do. There are a lot of cheap events. I love, you know, little indie music, like undiscovered artists. There are a lot of events like cafes and stuff that host like amateur nights and indie nights and stuff like that, and I was gonna start going to them. But you know, hopefully by the summer everything will be, you know, back to normal, safely back to normal, so I can start back going to events and stuff. But there are a lot of things to do here. There are more food options. Now, when I say more food options, I mean more ethnic food options. Like the Japanese restaurants here, Thai restaurants, Jamaican, Cuban, like there are all types, Greek. I've eaten so much Greek food. I didn't realize how much I love Greek food. But there are like so many different ethnicities in ethnic food restaurants here. It's amazing. One day, you know what, I'm probably gonna do that as a part of my Atlanta food tour. Go to some ethnic restaurants and vlog them. That's gonna be something good for you guys. The next thing here I'm gonna talk about is the job market. Now, the job market here is really great. Like, you get on Indeed, people actually do respond to when you put your applications in on Indeed. They're not hiring signs everywhere. Now, they're not just there for show, or they're not old. If they're not hiring signs there, they really are hiring. So I think the job market here is much better than Alabama. Not saying that it was, you know, extremely hard, but it was way harder to get jobs in Alabama than it is here in Atlanta. And I just really, knock on wood again, hope that that energy keeps up, you know, once everything goes back to normal. I hope that, you know, the job market, you know, stays really good, because that's something that people need access to, you know, because, you know, Atlanta is expensive. It's very expensive living here. I should have put that as a con, because it is expensive living here. Rent is expensive. Things are more expensive, but taxes are cheaper. In Alabama, it was 10%, but in Georgia, it's 6%. So the taxes are cheaper, but I think the prices are higher. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but yeah, I know for a fact rent is higher here, because I'm actually looking for another apartment, and these prices are outrageous. So if you know of any good apartment complexes in like the Atlanta, Kennesaw, Marietta, preferably Atlanta area, let me know, because I'm looking. So once everything goes back to normal, I will, you know, be looking. But as of right now, I'm just kind of looking, you know. So moving on. The next thing that I love about here is the vlogger scene. Now, in Alabama, it's not really a really big scene for like YouTubers, you know, vloggers, content creators, and not really a big scene. So if I was out, I had my tripod, you know, filming stuff, people would be looking at me kind of funny, like, what is she doing? But here, I think people are just used to it, because when like we go to the mall, we see like people doing like public interviews, like asking people questions, vlogging. Like, you see cameras all the time. You're walking, you know, down the strip, not down the strip, but you know, downtown, you know, you walk and you see people with cameras, and it's normal to people here. So when I go out, I go somewhere and I be vlogging it, people don't look at me like I'm crazy, because there's something that people are used to here. So I love that about Atlanta, the vlogger scene. And the last thing that I have here on my list, but I do love a lot of things about Atlanta, but the last thing that I have on my list is that there are more unified industries. Now, when I mean more unified industries, I mean people aren't trying to drag each other down. Like, as far as what I can see, people try to help each other now. With certain industries in Alabama, and y'all know I'm not lying, people don't work together. And I feel like if you work together, it would be better for you. It'd be better for both of you, because both of you will benefit from it. Here, I think people are more willing to work together to get stuff accomplished, to be successful, because there are a lot of hungry people here. And when I say hungry, people are hungry for success. People are hungry to make it. Like, they support your businesses, you support their businesses, they share your stuff, you share their stuff. Like, it's, you know, mutual support, and I really do love that. And that's something I was trying to, you know, accomplish in Alabama. I guess I just didn't come in contact with the right people. I did come in contact with some really great people. I think about when I was living in, because I briefly lived in Mobile before I moved to Atlanta with my sister, and I did come in contact with a group of great people there who were willing to help, you know, share stuff. I shared their stuff, they shared mine. But that was the first time since being a content creator that I came in contact with people who was, you know, willing to share and help me network, and I helped them, you know, well, network with me and I network with them. But yeah, I just think that people are more willing to work together here. And of course, you know, like I said, that's from what I'm saying. If something else is going on, it's not being shown, you know, to me. But yeah, so do I suggest you move to Atlanta? I know there are a lot of memes online saying, oh, we full, oh, you don't need to move here, this and that, this and that. What I'm gonna say is this: move for the right reasons and understand that success doesn't happen overnight. Now, you're not gonna be able to just move here and you just focus all your attention solely on one goal. You still gotta have, you know, money coming in. You still gotta be able to support that dream. You still gotta be able to support your life. So move with the plan. Like, of course, you're gonna have to get, even if it's a job that you don't want, you still have to support yourself. So plan. Before I moved here, I had like a bunch of job interviews set up. I had everything set up in my apartment complex. I saved enough for rent for a month, so that, you know, that month I needed a job as soon as possible, but I saved up enough at least for 1 month's worth of bills, so that I have time to, you know, get a job, get to work, and get that money coming in, so I'll be able to cover the next month. So move with a plan. Plan stuff out. Don't just up and hop and move here. Plan it out. Have you somewhere stable to live. Make a plan to, you know, have income coming in, but also make sure you work on your dreams as well. A lot of people who have succeeded, we have to work 9 to 5s in order to support our dreams. You know, things aren't cheap, and when you're just up and coming, nobody is just going to be throwing sponsorships your way, throwing opportunities to promo for money your way. So you have to build yourself up, and of course, you know, you have to buy like equipment. Like, you don't have to buy the most expensive equipment. Like, I still film on my phone, but I do have a ring light now. So we had to pay for the ring light. I usually have a backdrop, I just haven't put it up yet. Somebody bought that for me, thankfully. But yeah, so just plan it out. It's possible. It's possible to work on your dreams while also working. You just have to make time for it. And now with everything happening, a lot of us, like me myself, I'm a preschool teacher, so I haven't been to work since March, but that left free time for me to plan out my dreams and to plan out, you know, goals and to work towards those goals. It left me with a lot of free time, so I no longer have the excuse of I don't have time. I got the time now. I got a lot of time. So I have been working on something big, something amazing for you guys and everyone else that will be coming to you guys very soon. Just trying to perfect it right now, so bear with me, but my absence was definitely worth it because I have something coming for you guys. So I can go over some things that changed with me within the last year. Of course, according to my most recent video, I am now in a relationship, and I did meet him here. Not saying you have to move to meet somebody, but I am saying that the dating scene in Alabama sucked. So I did meet somebody when I moved here. I met him through Facebook dating, but he's from here. You can check out my most recent video to learn a little bit about us and a little bit about my baby. So I am growing more as a Christian. I focus more on like reading, and just I've changed some things like that I used to do, and I no longer do those things, and I'm more mindful of the things that I do, mindful of the things that I say, more mindful of, you know, the way that I present myself online. So, and all of that is, of course, attributed to me growing as a Christian, and I realized some things weren't okay that I was doing. So that's something that has changed, and I thank God for that. Thank God for that so much. Comparing my life now to even not only just a year ago, but 2 years ago, I'm living in Atlanta, and I wanted to live here, like, but I had a bunch of excuses as to why I couldn't move here. And God literally had a chain of events happen in my life, and ultimately it led to me moving here somewhere I already wanted to be. And I'm so grateful to God that He allowed that to happen. Things that I thought weren't working in my favor, but they were working in my favor. And that just comes to show that you always have to trust God, because He's always working in your favor. He's always working in your favor. I am a living testimony that He is always working in your favor. So I'm so grateful and thankful and blessed that He did allow me to be able to move here, because this is one of the greatest things that has ever happened, was me moving here. So yeah, I think that just about sums up my yearly updates. Of course, I want you guys to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share it with your friends, share it with everybody. If you like my hair, my faux locks, I do have a tutorial on my page how to do faux locks, so you can just scroll down a little bit. I'll probably drop the video right here so that you guys can go check it out. Other than that, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.